Officer, Scotland's third sector contributes a vital amount to Scottish society. Sadly, the contribution of this important sector are too often overlooked and undervalued. This is further represented in the Scottish Government funding models, where we see third sector organisations losing out time and time again. In January of this year, I hosted a roundtable for third sector community organisations in the Lothian regions. I was told by many community organisations that the current grant and the funding model is confusing and time-consuming for smaller organisations who don't have dedicated fundraising manager, meaning that smaller third sector community organisations lose out and cannot provide the service that they desperately need in their communities. Acknowledging the economic contribution of the third sector means that accepting the needs for further investment and support to keep this vital organisation up and running. The Royal Society of Edinburgh's report on the economic contribution to the third sector in Scotland highlights that the third sector is often overlooked as a source of wealth generation and rarely included in national or local growth strategies. In order to wrap the vast economic contribution that the third sector makes, we must give it the recognition and funding that it deserves. The Scottish Government has made commitments to a well-being economy, but these commitments cannot be reached without the important work of the third sector. The range of work done by the third sector is incredibly widespread and long-lasting. Since 2020, the increase in the use of food banks, temporary accommodation and energy prices has meant a significant increases in demand for service. During the COVID-19 pandemic and subsequently, third sector organisations worked round the clock to provide support. But due to the current financial situation, core funding is reducing and many vital organisations cannot offer the same level of support they once did. We will see the impact of this in our economy if further investments is not made. It is clear that barriers still exist to allowing a wider recognition of the third sector in Scotland. The RSC report highlighted that there appears to be a cultural assistance to involving charities and other social organisations programs. The report highlighted that charities often feel like they are not taken as seriously or deemed as professional as other organisations. This culture leads to third sector organisations missing out on opportunities to expand and contribute to our economy and society as a whole, contributions which are vital and which we should support. I welcome this report and hope it will lead to a barrier to access being torn down to third sector organisations to get the recognition and support they deserve.